everybody. I hope you're having a good morning so far. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the number four secret to having a better relationship with food. And that is you have to know why you want it. It's so important to have a strong why because if you don't, it's not going to be able to counteract the what you want in the instant gratification. So you have to have a long-term goal or why you want to have a better relationship with food so that you can hold on to that when you get an urge and you feel like you want to eat, or there's a thought that goes through your mind, I could just have one, or it doesn't matter. Then you have that stronger why, that reason that you're doing all of this because things get uncomfortable. You're going to be making changes in your life and it's going to be uncomfortable. And if you don't have a strong why, it's not going to be able to get you through that. And that's with any kind of addiction you give up. You initially, it's going to be uncomfortable, but once you get to the other side, it's so easy. It's so easy. So you have to have a strong why to get you through all that discomfort that you go through. And the discomfort actually is better than staying stuck in the eating because the discomfort, at least you know you're moving forward. Whereas when you are stuck in your eating, you feel like you're hopeless. You feel like you're not going anywhere. You feel like you're in a cage and you can't get out. But at least if you are on the road to and you're feeling uncomfortable and you're making mistakes and you're picking yourself back up and you're learning from your mistakes and just you keep going forward, you know eventually you're going to get to the other side. And the other side with anything is so much easier, whether, like I said, you're quitting drinking or you're starting a business. I mean, when you start a business, you go into a lot of uncertainty. This is what I have a strong why because I have to do a lot of things that are outside my comfort zone. I'm an introvert. I like to be home with my husband and just hang out and read and watch motivational videos. And for me to put myself out there, it's uncomfortable for me, but I do it because I have a strong why. And my why is what drives me. And I know once I get used to it, this will be easy. And it's gotten so much easier over the past year as I've done these videos. Well, it's the same way with eating. You have to have a strong why so that that will keep you going. So for me, some of my why I wanted to stop eating, and this was 20, almost 21 years ago, was because I had battled my food for 25, 30 years, and I was just tired of it. And I wanted more for my life. I wanted more. I did not want to stay in bed another day because I felt depressed over my food. I wanted to have a relationship. I couldn't have a relationship when I was eating. I mean, the guys just thought I was like so weird. And I mean, I would like sneak down to the refrigerator in the middle of the night when I was, you know, with someone and eat their ice cream. I mean, I would do all kinds of crazy things. So I really wanted to have a relationship. I wanted to be free. I wanted to be free. I didn't want to have this as an issue in my life, and I was willing to do anything. I knew that it was possible, and I think that this is sometimes what I see with people is they just don't believe it's possible. Well, I had the privilege of really being able to see people that had it. And so I knew in the back corner of my mind that it was possible. And I hope that I give you that hope because it is so possible and it's so easy once you get it. It just takes a while to really understand it, understand your mind, and practice it because oh my gosh, that light is flashing. Your brain is wired to overeat and it's just like a habit like brushing your teeth. So that habit of overeating is just wired like brushing your teeth. It's just something natural like you do. But it's not one of those habits like brushing your teeth that's actually good for you. So you have to unlearn it. And that takes a lot, that takes patience, it takes practice, it takes persistence, and it takes not, quitting. And it is doable. Like I said, a lot of people don't believe in themselves. They don't believe it's possible. But it is. It is really, truly possible. And you can have it. You just have to know why you want it. And you have to be willing to try everything until you get the result that you want. I failed so many times as a result of my eating. I can't tell you. I was working on my overeating. I got sober when I was 22 years old, and I started working on I quit throwing up when I got sober at 22. But then for the next, I think, 12 years while I was not drinking, I was like struggling with this. I mean, I was controlling it with smoking. And then when I quit smoking, I was like, there's no way I'm going back to smoking and throwing up. I got to get this food thing. But I kept binging. I'd have periods of that I was doing well, but I would always go back to it. And then I would just feel hopeless again. But I never quit. I would just try different things. And it didn't matter like what I had to do. Like I was willing to do it. Like I actually took out the equity from my home. I had some money in my home. I took that money and I actually used that money to go get help and to get over this for good. Like I didn't care. Like I wanted it and I believed that if I just kept trying, I would get it. And I did. And like I said, that was the best investment I ever made. It was like yeah, it was the best investment I ever made because I got my life back and I made that money over like, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many times I remade that money. So when you invest in yourself, you get it back. Like it's the best, like I can't even tell you, the best investment you ever make. The dividends are incredible. So sometimes you have to be willing to invest in yourself. And the good news is that there's so many ways that like back then, that was 20 years ago, they didn't have like all this other information about really what is causing the problem. And now they do. So you like don't have to go away. Like you can do it from the comfort of your home. You can learn these skills and you can practice these skills in your home. But you just have to be willing and motivated and have a strong desire to overcome this. And you have to, like I said, have that why. Like, why is it so important to you to overcome it? And that has to be stronger than your urge to stay stuck. Because in the beginning, it can be slow, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. It can be very slow and it can feel very discouraging. But it's the small habits built each day that you change that are going to make all the difference for you. So it's going to be going through that period of discomfort to get to the other side. And once you're to the other side, you're home free because you have no desire to overeat. You have no desire to eat certain foods. You just don't have any desire. And that's the most freedom that you can ever imagine. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you guys ever need any help or questions or want to hop on a call with me, just reach out. And if you're, like I said, if you're tired of this, tired of gaining weight, tired of feeling miserable, just, reach out to me and you could have a transformation just on the call. So, all right, have a great day and I will talk to you soon.